Hi, I'm Isabella. Today for Pioneer movie premiere, I am with
Neptune, and our movie that we're going to preview today is Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Now, Izzy was really enthusiastic about letting... She was very enthusiastic. She insisted that we watch this movie. So, what was your favorite part about it? Tell us why.
Okay, why this movie is my favorite is mostly because, one, how nonchalant Jack Sparrow acts throughout the entire movie, especially when he just absolutely, in one of the parts where he literally gets back onto the boat, he literally goes, now where's that monkey? I want to shoot something. He literally just shoots anything, especially when the bird says, walk the plank, right when he gets back onto the ship. After escaping, I guess, some sort of prison in the beginning, the bird literally says, walk the plank, and Jack literally immediately pulls out the bird and goes, what did the bird say? and the crew literally says, like, don't blame the bird. We're waiting for something shiny. And he's like, well, I got a drawing of a key, and that's me, whatever's in it should be shiny enough for you folks. I will honestly say, especially my other favorite scene is where Elizabeth... Now, at first, when I was first watching the movie, I thought the guy that arrested them was her ex from the first movie where she gets originally married to, but no, it was not him. That was actually a different person. That was, I think, Commander James, I believe. And this one, this is General something, I forgot. But immediately when she goes to the office, like she sneaks into the office of this dude and immediately pulls out a gun. There's originally a scene where her dad, where she's in a cage and her dad tries to take her to a carriage, and that scene that got deleted was him giving her the gun. On to you.
Well, I think it would have been a little bit better if I watched the first movie instead of jumping straight into the second movie for, better context. But overall, I think it's pretty good as a standalone, even if it may or may not be a cliffhanger at the end. Okay, context. We watched this together on Zoom, but for some reason, Zoom liked kicking me out of the room every 30 minutes, so yes. I couldn't finish the movie. So I'm just trusting everything that Isabella says. But hey, at least I know what half the movie is.
Yeah, we especially got to I also do enjoy the cannibal scene. I will say they do throw in a little bit more adult jokes into there, especially when the guys finally get out of the cage made of bones. Because Will, who is one of the main characters, along with Jack and Elizabeth and Will are betrothed to each other, and Will is trapped in a cage with the other crew members in a cage made of bones, and when they get out, they try and get out. Will tries to get everyone to climb up and work together to steer the Black Pearl, and within there, one of the crew members says, well, you don't need all of us. You need only just 6 to run it. Immediately just start racing to the top. The guy that was part of that first cage drops and they all drown. Once they get up to the top, Will immediately says, we need to make a run for it to the Black Pearl. And one of the crew members, I love it so much because it's almost like a hear and miss it sort of thing, where one of the guys he says it harshly quiet because they are trying to sneak away. But he literally says, come on, men, pick up the cage like lifting a woman's skirt. I just started laughing a little bit at that. I'm like, I mean, you're trying to lift up the cage like you're lifting a barbell up. Unless you're lifting up a woman's skirt like that and still getting away with it. I mean, hey, I'll try it.
And then when they get to the witch's cabin in the swamp area, right? Is it a swamp?
Yes.
Okay. I really like that scene because not only do we get the iconic jar of dirt, but the transition into the next scene is just, I love it. It's a beautiful transition and it was masterfully done. The CGI of Davy Jones as a character, personally, not my taste, but you understand that with his design, with the CGI, you understand that he is a villain, and that's why he kind of just looks ugly.
Honestly, I think they did his character really well, to be honest. It really does work with his costume, especially the CGI. It's very smooth during the time. It was so much more better, because if you compare a lot of old movies to nowadays movies, their CGI is never that good. Pirates of the Caribbean, I love it. Especially another part that I do enjoy is when Elizabeth does try and find Will again, because Jack Sparrow literally tricks Will into going onto Davy Jones' ship and saying, "I'll pay off Jack Sparrow's debt." That was literally something Jack told him and tricked him into saying. And Elizabeth looks for Will. She does not know where he is. So Jack hands her the compass and goes, "Take this my compass." And she goes, "It's broken though." And he goes, "It's not broken. It points to where you most desire." And so then she does that, because turns out, and when they were with the witch, if they find Davy Jones, they find the key, which especially is another really amazing thing too. Because again, with Elizabeth, the compass works just fine because she knows what she wants. Jack knows what he wants. Well, not really, but he keeps claiming he does. But when they get their heading, Jack goes, "We need her on the ship." So he literally tells one of the crew members to hide the rum. Because again, like you said, how you wish you watched the first movie. If you go to the first movie, she immediately burns all the rum in one of the scenes. When they go trapped on an island, she burns the trees, burns the shelter, burns the rum. That's where one of the iconic songs comes from. "Why is the rum gone?"
Oh.
That is from that scene. That's just a big remix of the entire movie right there.
I see. I was like, okay, so we're just conveniently missing rum now. Okay. And then I had no other context.
Yeah, no, Elizabeth burns it all. She literally grabs the last palm tree on the island and burns it along with the shelter and all the rum. He literally has 5 treasure chests full of rum. And she burns it all in one night.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So when in this scene, when he's telling the crew members to hide the rum, they bring in more crates of rum. They literally bring it right in front of her, and she looks at him like, "I'm gonna destroy that rum." And he's like, "On the ship." Again, he is so nonchalant about everything. He literally almost dies like a few times, especially when he comes to confronts Davy Jones with the iconic dirt. Now, the reason why he has the dirt is because Davy Jones cannot go on land until 10 years have passed. And so they're still like within that time frame where he can't go on land, but his crew can go on land. If Davy Jones can go on land, then they're absolutely screwed because, you know, pirate, he's a captain, you're a captain for a reason, you're good at something.
So, do you want me to...
Oh, the Bible scene, that's funny.
The what? I didn't get to that part, unfortunately. Should we go on to fun facts, or do you still want to keep talking?
I think fun facts real quick.
Okay, fun facts that I looked up. One of which is that the jar of dirt scene, he was apparently not supposed to fall, and that's why the crew members' reactions are so genuine. Because he just kept going. He took a tumble, and he just keeps acting. He stayed in character the whole time. And I think that's amazing.
I got jar of dirt. I got jar of...
And another thing, I just did a very loose search, so this might be already known information. But it won Best Visual Effects as an Oscar for Best Visual Effects, and I can definitely see why. It was filmed during Hurricane Wilma, so during production they would get slammed by this hurricane because they're filming in the Caribbean, and there are storms. Where was I going with that?
They were recording during that hurricane, and they were getting slammed with storms. So I'm guessing a lot of their rain scenes where they make mess ups and stuff like that. That's genuine.
What else do I got? None of these are really that interesting. Not gonna lie.
Oh come on! Any fun fact would be interesting. Yeah.
What do we have? Nothing? Nothing else?
I think I went over everything I wanted to go over.
Overall, I think it's a really good movie. I enjoyed it, from what I could gather.
10 out of 10 for nostalgia. I will say it is like somewhat child friendly because I watched it when I was like 8-ish and it was like a lot of adult jokes that just went over my head.
Yeah.
But I definitely will say like maybe 10. That way like some of the kids can, have a good laugh with the parents when they understand adult joke.
PG-10 or PG-13 is what I would go with. Overall, I think, 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching our movie preview.